I agree. I mean, the Madison is my favorite race. I'm going to be racing the semi-pro Madison later. Hopefully can stay in it the whole night after making some noise for these riders out here. We're going to let them keep getting warmed up, and I think we're going to get a couple of our races out here. Is that right?
We're going to get two riders that are heading over to Europe next month, so they're getting ready to get used to this 166. So let me depart here and let these two guys come in.
So really, a 166 track, there's nowhere else you can really train on that like you have for the 6 days other than here in downtown Detroit. So you got to come on in. All right. So here we have, let's throw these on, you can hear everything. So here we have Team Purple. So you guys, let's see what we got here. Bibic, you guys remember him. He's been to the Lexus Velodrome quite a few times. New partner, new rider, Mathias Guillemette?
Yeah.
Guillemette, is that how okay, that's what I'm going to be saying all day, Guillemette. All right. So you guys, Dylan, you've been here before. What do you feel about the Lexus track? How do you like coming out here?
I love it. It's good racing. I always get pushed, and it's so much fun with the fast competitors.
I mean, Dylan is the fast competitor. I know everyone is going to be following him. So Mathias, so your first time in Detroit?
Yep.
What do you have you ever rode smaller tracks before?
No.
No. So what's the smallest track you've rode?
250. Yeah.
250. So what do you feel about the 166 with the 50-degree banks?
It feels good. Yeah, it feels just fast.
Just fast, yeah. Right? You through the turns faster than you even realize it. So these two riders, they're here because in about a month, you guys are going over to Switzerland to race?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And what race is that you're going to be doing?
4 days at Geneva.
And is that a juniors race, or is that what is that race exactly? You guys know, or you kind of showing up?
So there's a juniors category, but there's also a pro category.
Okay. And which one will you guys be racing in?
Junior.
Junior? How many teams do you think that they normally have at that race? I was watching some YouTube videos of it the other day.
Normally they have, I think, 13 teams.
13?
Yeah.
And theirs is 166 too, right?
Yeah.
So is that part of the reason you guys came here tonight? Because you wanted to get that training on the small track, get used to making fast exchanges?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What any plans for the earlier races on? We got some chase races, which is scratch race, basically. We call it the chase race. We got the elimination race, which is usually a crowd favorite. I know Dylan, last couple times you've been here, you just go to the front, and the Madison or the eliminations kind of keep the tempo high. Is that a plan for tonight as well, or?
I never really keep a plan. I just do what's best in the race.
Okay.
So whatever happens, I'll do.
And he will do it unbelievably fast. It's going to be pretty exciting. What's your favorite race, Mathias?
Madison.
Madison?
Yeah.
All right. And you doing?
I could agree, Madison.
And do you guys ride? I know, Dylan, I follow you on Facebook, and I watch you dominating on the road. So I know you ride on the road track. How about you? Do you do any other riding, or are you strictly a track racer?
I do a lot of road too.
Okay.
I went to Junior Worlds and track.
All right.
So, yeah.
How did that go for you?
16 team pursuit and top 10 in scratch.
That's awesome.
Yep.
So scratch race tonight is something that you probably doing pretty good in.
Yeah, playing good.
So how old are you?
17.
17. Dylan, how old are you?
16.
16 and 17. Watch out for these guys. They're going to be fast. What going to Worlds, is that your first time going to the World Championships?
Yeah.
What was that like? What was that experience like?
It was scary first, then it was super nice.
What was the track? What size was the track there?
250 in Germany.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And Dylan, so I believe, was it this year, did you set the junior world record in your age category?
It's the U17 world record. Yeah.
And that was in what?
A 2-kilometer IP.
And how fast did you do it in?
2:14.
And who was the holder before you?
I think some kid in Britain, but it got beat like a few weeks ago by a kid in New Zealand.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got something to look forward to, huh?
Yeah.
How old was that kid?
My age, but it's practically too late now. We're out of the age category.
Okay. And so I mean, it's pretty amazing. Went to the World Championships, set a world record last year. Some of the fastest racers that you're going to see anywhere in North America are here racing at the Lexus Velodrome. I think we're going to hop into our racing for the night. Good luck, you guys.
Thank you.
Mathias Guillemette, is that right?
Yeah.
And Dylan Bibic. Dylan, one of my favorite bike riders I've ever seen. I can't wait to see where he can go, and I'm excited to see him tonight. Good luck, you guys. We'll see you out there. So we got a full night of racing about to go down. You're going to see Team Black is Zach Kovalchuk and Martin Vecchio. Team Green, Hayden Strong and Brad Green. Team Purple, Dylan Bibic and Matthias Guillemette. Team Yellow, Nick Lawton and Tim Bober. And Team Red, Luke Cavender and DeJohn Parks. Actually, I think that got switched up. I believe it's Luke Cavender and Tim Bober and Nick Lawton and DeJohn Parks. We got chase races, we got eliminations, and gonna have some Madison, so stay tuned. We'll be right back with some bike racing here from the American Cycling League in downtown Detroit at the Lexus Velodrome.
Coaching our young kids as well as many of our semi-pros and pros. And he is the best bike race announcer in the United States and on the planet. The voice of the Lexus Velodrome, John Walden Hughes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Lexus Velodrome for another great night of racing about to get underway. We got a big group of pro racers, a whole bunch of semi-pros. We got some juniors, we got some women. It's going to be an action-packed night of racing. Teams from all over the country, all over Canada, came into Detroit to display their skills in our legacy race honoring Mike Walden. As these riders are starting to roll around, we'll wait till we get our cameras up so we can get that first place team. They're gonna jump into a chase race early on, followed by the elimination, then some semi-pro races. As you can see, the dash cam, live onboard feed of one of our riders cruising around. That's gonna be the purple team that you're looking at there, down low, Matthias Guillemette. Let these riders get warmed up for just a second, waiting on the cameras to get up here so we can get underway. The Lexus Velodrome, 166 meters, 1/10 of a mile track. 166 meter velodrome, 50-degree bankings in the turn, or 50 degrees in the straightaways, 50-degree bankings in the turns. A little bit about this race. It is the legacy race of the American Cycling League. Once again, we said it's remembering Mike Walden. He was a coach for the Wolverine Sports Club, coached multiple world champions, Olympic athletes, and world champions throughout the years of Detroit racing history. He has put on a dedication, and we've tried to follow through with the American Cycling League, really showing these riders what's going on, trying to up the level of cycling, especially track cycling in the United States. It all began with the Duray Velodrome back in 1969, which is still ridden on, even though not really raceable. That's at Mountain Auto Drive in downtown Detroit, producing world champions that, if you listen to the pre-race interview, raced against each other for dominating the world league for 10 years. Hey Nick, camera. We're gonna switch the view to, there we go. All right, let's get underway. Here we go, riding up front. Last week he took the win. What's he gonna do tonight? He's got a big jump. Nick Lawton and his partner, one of our junior racers, 15 years old, out of Detroit, Michigan. He knows how to go fast. He wants to put it down on these boards tonight. That's DeJohn Parks, Team Yellow. Next two riders rolling through. This rider just fresh out of the Junior World Championships out of Toronto. One of the fastest guys you're going to see. That's Matthias Guillemette. His partner returning again. He's been out the Lexus Velodrome probably about 6 or 7 times. He's one of the fastest bike racers I've ever seen. Set a world record in the U17 category earlier this year. Let's see what he does on the 166 meter boards of the Lexus Velodrome. That's Dylan Bibic, Team Purple. Rolling up next are the two guys that are going to try to keep Purple in check. Down low, he's made a trip out here for pretty much every race out of Portland. Known for racing on the track and on the road, but he's going to put it down here in downtown Detroit. That's Zach Kovalchuk. And his partner, well known in the Detroit area. You can see him ripping around these streets or ripping around the Lexus Velodrome. One of the fastest local pros, Martin Vecchio, Team Black. Rolling through next, down low. He raced with Nick Lawton last week and won the Madison. What can he do tonight? We just bumped him up to the pros. Time to put it down on the boards. Timbo Slice, Tim Bober. And his partner, one of the coaches out here at the Lexus Velodrome, he knows how to ride the track. He'll help you learn how to ride the track, working with a lot of the juniors and pros and semi-pros. That's Luke Cavender, Team Red. And our final team rolling through, down low, his name says it all. Big jump, Hayden Strong. And his partner finally has the right color jersey on. That's what I'm talking about. Out of Marion University in Indianapolis, riding out of the Major Taylor Velodrome, but he's coming back to the Lexus Velodrome again. That's Brad Green, Team Green. And that's our pro riders. We're going to jump into a 3-mile chase race. So here you go, riders. When you hear that first bell, it means it's 30 laps to go. Remember, everyone on the infield, you're welcome to make as much noise as you want. You can reach over the boards and bang on them. Just give them a good smack, let everyone hear you. Here comes the bell. All right, first race is underway. 30 to go, and look at this. DeJohn Parks out of Detroit going early. He wants to make him work for it off the bat. DeJohn Parks going to the front of the pack, opening up a big gap. He's got about a 20 bike length gap. Is anyone going to try to close it down? Zach Kovalchuk overtaking Nick Lawton. Kovalchuk says, up. Let's go for it a little bit. Is DeJohn Parks going to try to stay away? It's a long night of racing, or is this just a sprint for him to get up and going? On the front of the chase pack is Zach Kovalchuk, then Nick Lawton, Tim Bober, Mathias Guillemette, Dylan Bibic, Guillemette, Cavender, Brad Green, Martin Vecchio, and Strong on the back of the pack. As DeJohn Parks pulls up, he just wanted to ramp up that tempo, using the banking of the track to slow down. Parks all the way up top as Guillemette pulls through with Bibic. Now it's Cavender to the front of the pack. Cavender pulls up. Now Brad Green setting that tempo pace. Right off the bat, this race is flying. Green pulls up. DeJohn Parks now looking for a spot to jump into. We got 3 juniors out in this race. Bibic, Guillemette, and Parks. 15, 16, and 17 years old. Martin Vecchio looking for a wheel to get on. DeJohn Parks lets Vecchio gets on. Brad Green right in the back of the pack. Trying to close down that gap is Tim Bober. Bober tight on Guillemette's wheel as Guillemette and Bibic pull up. Now Bober to the front. Bober taking a big pull. Get off the front, Bober. Tim Bober taking a full lap pull. He shoulder checks, moves up. Now Luke Cavender on the front. Vecchio now to the front. Oh, and there goes DeJohn Parks. DeJohn Parks keeping the heat on. 23 laps to go, riders. 23 laps to go. Let's make some noise for the junior out of Detroit. Setting that tempo, DeJohn Parks. Both riders from Team Green pull up now. Kovalchuk out of Portland. Setting that tempo at the front of the track out of the Alpenrose Velodrome. Using all the 20 feet of the Lexus Velodrome. As Bibic pulls up, Guillemette pulls up as well. DeJohn Parks hopping onto Bibic's wheel. He knows the strong riders out here. He knows where he wants to be. Nick Lawton chasing up the back. Guillemette wants to go. Now Bober to the front. Tim Bober setting that hot tempo. Riding on that sweet disc wheel. Can Bober win it again? He won last week. New to the Madison, but it's his favorite new race. Not by choice. Now Brad Green in the green jersey to the front of the pack. They're going to see 18 to go when they hear the bell, when they hit the line. 18 to go at the line. This is the first race of the night. They got a whole bunch to go. No one wants to blow up too early as Guillemette takes a short pull. Now Lawton to the front. Lawton won last week. Can he do it again? Vecchio to the front of the pack. Martin Vecchio pulls through. Now Luke Cavender. Cavender pulls up. Bober to the front. And Strong to the front of the pack. Now Dylan Bibic to the front. Bibic picks up the pace a little bit, dives back up the track. Zach Kovalchuk following on the whole pack, following up to the blue line. Down low goes Bober. Tim Bober to the front, decides to pull out of the saddle. Picking up the pace. Bober and Guillemette off the front of the pack. Bober pulls through, Guillemette on the front. Lawton follow through. Vecchio sitting tight on Lawton's wheel. 13 to go, riders. 13 laps to go in our first race of the night. Let's make some noise for them. Put your hands together. Bang on those boards. Let them hear you. As Brad Green pulls through, Brad Green up to the top of the track. Kovalchuk pulls up. Hayden Strong now taking over. Strong at the front, wants to get that pace going now. Dylan Bibic. Watch this kid's legs. He knows how to go fast. He'll spin it out like no other. Now Guillemette out the front. He's got about a 10 bike length gap. Bower pulls up. Lawton needs to go. Guillemette went to Worlds, got 9th place, top 10 in the world at the scratch race. This is his race. Look at him go. Is he going to pull away? But chasing him down is Zach Kovalchuk. They got less than a mile to go. 9 to go. Mathias Guillemette off the front of the pack. Guillemette ripping on those legs. But here comes Brad Green. Pulling up now. Hayden Strong taking over. Dylan Bibic sitting tight on Strong's wheel. They're really ramping it up. Vecchio able to stay away. Nick Lawton pulls up. Now Kovalchuk's got to close down that gap. Zach Kovalchuk's trying to get up there as Martin Vecchio pulls up. Dylan Bibic looking for a hole to jump into. Hayden Strong, but still off the front. Mathias Guillemette. 7 laps to go for Guillemette. Can he stay away? Dylan Bibic now jumping in as Zach Kovalchuk setting that hot tempo. Brad Green pulls through. Brad Green ripping on those pedals. Dylan Bibic looks over the side. He's not going to chase his partner down, but Martin Vecchio is. Vecchio wants to go. Now Strong. Guillemette with a half a lap lead. Can he stay away? Making a big move early. Guillemette going with 5 left. 5 left to go for Guillemette. Can he stay away? Bibic pulls up. I think these guys are going to sprint for second place. Everyone's all over. Oh, look at this. Dylan Bibic. Bibic wants to go. Hayden Strong wants to chase him down. Dylan Bibic dies up. Strong pulls through. Still at the front. Mathias Guillemette. Guillemette with over a half a lap lead. Kovalchuk's trying to close that gap down to the 2 riders. Chasing him down. Guillemette way off the front. He's got 3 to go. I think he's going to stay away. He's looking. He sees the back of the pack. And look at Zach Kovalchuk going down low. Kovalchuk picking it up. 3 laps to go for the chase. 3 laps to go for the chasers. Zach Kovalchuk picking up the tempo. Mathias Guillemette still off the front. Can Kovalchuk stay away? 2 to go. But here goes Dylan Bibic. 1 last lap for the leader, Mathias Guillemette. Here goes Bibic. Bibic trying to overtake Kovalchuk. And the winner of the race is going to be Mathias Guillemette with a big finish. The sprint is for second. Dylan Bibic trying to go, but here goes Hayden Strong. Hayden Strong trying to bump over Bibic. It's going to be close at the line. Oh, Dylan Bibic, Hayden Strong, Zach Kovalchuk, Brad Green, Martin Vecchio. But the big move of the race, Mathias Guillemette taking the win in our pro chase race. Put your hands together. On the Canadian Junior World Team, and that's why. Going off the front, almost lapping the field in the first race of the night. What's going to happen next?
All right, John, I want to invite everybody to come down to our small stage, our mini stage, and take a look at the photo collection we have out here that talks about the history of cycling, particularly track cycling in Detroit, and the legacy of Mike Walden and a whole group of people.
But also trying to help out, showing these kids something else they can do with their time, like riding your bike. Who doesn't love riding their bike? One of my favorite things to do is our pro riders are getting up to the rail. All right, so this next race, one of the craziest races that we do out here at the Lexus Velodrome. This is the elimination race. The way this is going to happen is we're going to let all the riders roll off. We're going to give them 5 laps to get situated. With 1 to go, you're going to hear the bell. The bell means that we're pulling a rider on the next lap. But we are going to pull the last place rider out of the race. This is going to happen every other lap until we're down to the final 2 riders. Then we're going to give them a 2-lap all-out sprint. So remember, you want to watch the back of the pack. Whoever's rear wheel is the last one to cross the line will be pulled out or eliminated from the race.
We got Luke Cavender, Nick Lawton, Zach Kowalczyk, Dylan Bibic, Mathias Guillemette, who won the first race of the night, Brad Green, Hayden Strong on his wheel, DeJohn Parks. Right behind him, that's Martin Vecchio. And pulling up the back of the pack, Timbo Slice, who's going to be able to make it all the way to the finish. Like we said, it's going to be a 2-lap all-out sprint when we're down to our final 2 riders. And then we're going to jump into our semi-pro elimination race. As our riders getting some last-minute instruction from our head official, Bruce Carlson. Here at the Legacy Race in downtown Detroit from the American Cycling League at the Lexus Velodrome. All right, and they're rolling. Pro elimination is happening right now, folks. If you're online, punch that like button, share it with your friends. It's about to get fast. 5 to go, riders. 5 to the first pole.
Then when you get the money, you get the power.
Now's the time to tune in. Remember, we live stream everything on Facebook. Go to facebook.com, Lexus Velodrome. If you can't make it here, you can watch it there. If you're at home and want to watch it, check out cyclestream.tv. As Luke Cavender setting that tempo pace, Nick Lawton sitting right on his wheel as DeJohn Parks wants that early up-front tempo. Martin Vecchio trying to get up and over Mathias Guillemette holding his line. Dylan Bibic stuck in the middle of the pack. But watch out, Dylan Bibic knows how to push his way around these racers. Bibic pushing his way out over Brad Green. Now DeJohn Parks drops to the back. DeJohn Parks may be saying, you know what, I'm going to save some energy for the Madison. But Bober's at the back with him as Martin Vecchio setting that tempo. Kowalczyk getting tight on his wheel. Luke Cavender still wants that early position. Who's going to be the first one out? We're pulling on the next lap, riders. Pulling on the next lap. Who's it going to be? Brad Green down low in that dangerous spot. Brad Green trapped in by Hayden Strong. DeJohn Parks ramping up the tempo, so's Tim Bober. Bober wants to go. Who's it going to be? It's going to be close, but at the line it's going to be Tim Bober. Bober, you are eliminated. Now at the back is DeJohn Parks. DeJohn Parks has to get up and over Nick Lawton, but Nick Lawton known for his jump. Can DeJohn Parks get it going? Because at the front, Guillemette setting that hot tempo. Guillemette pulls up. Kowalczyk's head on his wheel. And look at that. DeJohn Parks trying to get over Brad Green. Now Nick Lawton's trying to put it in. Nick Lawton in that dangerous spot, and it's going to be Nick Lawton. Nick Lawton, you are eliminated. Now DeJohn Parks taking him out one at a time. The junior out of Detroit showing him how it's done because now Luke Cavender's in that dangerous position. DeJohn Parks sitting tight on Brad Green's wheel. He wants to get up. Cavender's trying to push his way out. Now Cavender dives in down low. DeJohn Parks has got to jump over Cavender. Can Cavender hold off? DeJohn Parks trying to go up high. They're picking up the speed. DeJohn Parks, can he make it? It's going to be close at the line. It's going to be, Luke Cavender. Luke Cavender, you are eliminated. Give it up for the junior, DeJohn Parks, taking him out one at a time. Now DeJohn Parks still sitting in the back. He goes down low. He's got to get up and over Vecchio. Hayden Strong holding him in. DeJohn Parks trying to fit in. Hayden Strong's got a big jump. Now Guillemette looks back. Mathias Guillemette trapped in. Guillemette accelerates away. Now Hayden Strong wants to go. And it's going to be DeJohn Parks. DeJohn Parks, you are eliminated. What a move from the junior out of Detroit. And we're pulling on the next lap. Guillemette holding Strong down. Strong wants to get up and over. Now Hayden Strong with a big jump. As Kowalczyk trying to get over Brad Green. Martin Vecchio setting that tempo. Brad Green down low in that green jersey in the dangerous spot. Guillemette wants to go. Who's it going to be? Whoa, and it's going to be Brad Green. Brad Green, you are eliminated. Hayden Strong with that big jump as he goes from last place to first. Now Guillemette trying to get over Bibic. Bibic wants to get over Vecchio. Vecchio checks his shoulder, sees Dylan Bibic, sees that plain face. Bibic knows how to go. Can Vecchio make this move? Martin Vecchio trying to go up high. Guillemette trapped in. Who's it going to be at the line? Vecchio with a big jump, and it's going to be, Martin Vecchio. You are eliminated. And we're down to 4 riders, all out of town, out of Toronto. Dylan Bibic on the front, out of Portland. Zach Kowalczyk out of Indianapolis by way of New Zealand. Hayden Strong. Hayden Strong getting pinched off by Guillemette. Strong's going to have to get up and over. The Dylan Bibic's picking it up. Watch Strong. He's got a big jump. Can Strong get up there? It's going to be close, but at the line it's going to be Hayden Strong. You are eliminated. And we're down to 3. Team Purple versus Zach Kowalczyk. Now Guillemette going off the bow. Zach Kowalczyk wants to hold down Dylan Bibic. Bibic's not giving up his position. Kowalczyk's going to have to get up and over Guillemette. Guillemette trying to go, but so's... Whoa, it's close. Look at this. They're 3 across. Guillemette trying to go. Who's it going to be? It's going to be... Oh, Zach Kowalczyk. Zach Kowalczyk, you are eliminated. And we're down to 2 riders, the 2 juniors. Guillemette up top. Bibic down low. 2 laps to go, riders. 2 laps to go. These guys are going to race a 4-day Madison-style race in Switzerland next month. That's why they're here in Detroit. They're bumping heads. They're watching that London 6. Oh, there goes Dylan Bibic. Bibic going early. Guillemette close it down. Dylan Bibic off the front. He's got a forward bike length gap, ripping on those pedals. Guillemette trying to chase him down. Mathias Guillemette says, I don't got it. And look at that. The beast pulling off the front. The monster, Dylan Bibic. "16 years old, taking the win in a pro elimination race, Dylan Bibic." All right, next up, if you guys online like that race, let us see you there. Punch that like button. Let's see, make some noise for the Lexus Velodrome. Press that share button because we got a big...
All right, as we get our keirins lined up and John gets that keirin ready to roll, I want to make a couple of general announcements. First of all, I want to thank all the former bike racers from decades ago that made it out to the Velodrome tonight. Many Wolverines, many not. I'm going to list them all right now. Eileen Brennan, Billy and Lori Weaver, Jim Klein, Pat Nielsen, Herb and Klaus Meingas. Those are all Wolverines. From Chicago, we've got Robert Black, Tim Flinkley from Austin, Texas, Jody Wallner, who used to be from Wisconsin, but she's from the Ann Arbor area now. And of course, Rick Denman, who encouraged all these former bike racers to come out to the Lexus Velodrome and see how we do it out here, because nobody does it like we do it here at the Lexus Velodrome. So thanks, Wolverines, for coming out. I also want to thank my, I never made much of a point of this, but Mike Walden was my dad. And I want to thank my sisters for coming here. Karen and Patty, Patty Grandal and Karen Walden, they came in from New York. So enjoy the legacy race here at the Lexus Velodrome. We're going to get this keirin going. Keirin racing was made popular in Japan in the 1940s. And over there they've got lots and lots of tracks with off-track betting, on-track betting. It's one of their big money makers. Riders are sequestered prior to the race. Anyway, it goes like crazy over there, and in the year 2000 it became part of the Olympics in the Sydney Games, and since then, keirin racing is in the Olympics. Here we do it on the electric motor from the downtown Ferndale Bike Shop, driven by John Hughes. So we don't want to have any exhaust fumes in the Velodrome. If you haven't gotten a drink from the Spokeasy, head on down. Andrea's got some really cool drinks. Kristen's Tacos are still cooking up over in Turn 1. And of course, you can order a pizza from Cottage Inn. I forgot to mention our good friend Ted Smith. He's been around a bit too. Him and his family down enjoying the view from his suite.
All right, riders, next lap, racers. What we're going to do is we're going to start them off at 18 miles an hour, slowly ramping up that tempo each lap. Pull off with 3 to go. And here we go, our first pro keirin underway. 18 miles an hour, up to 19. They're gonna use the advantage of sitting on my wheel, getting as much draft as they can as we hit 20 miles an hour coming through laps. Up to 21 miles an hour. They're gonna see 8 to go at the line, 8 to go at the line. 22 miles an hour.
So this is the heat. This is the first half of the Madison racers. 3 will qualify out of this race and compete in the final.
Top 3 qualify from each group to go on to the final as we hit 24 miles an hour. Up to 25. Now's when we really start getting it going. 26 miles an hour, 3 laps till the motor comes off. We're going to get him up to 28. 27.5 right now.
So that's Tim Bober in the red, followed by Dylan Bibic, Hayden Strong, Dejan Parks, and Zach Kowalczyk. Whoa, it's going to be a tough qualifier here.
All right, we're at 29 miles an hour. Motor comes off on the next lap. Let's go. Put your hands together. Here we go. We're ramping it up.
They're going to be on their own on this lap as they come up. The motor comes off and leading it
we're
out.
at 31 and a half races on.
Tim Bober leading it out with Dylan Bibic. Sitting tight in second position. Hayden Strong, Dejan Parks, and Zach Kowalczyk making a bit of a move on the outside. Can he get up and over with 2 to go? And if he does, can he hold it? Zach Kowalczyk trying to get on the outside, and Dylan Bibic moves to the outside. In the purple, it's Bibic. Kowalczyk in the black on the top. In comes Hayden Strong trying to find a hole to get through, and Zach Kowalczyk trying to get up and over Dylan Bibic, but the young junior from Canada is going to take it, and it is Bibic, Strong, and Kowalczyk who advance to the final. Let's hear it for our racers. Come on, good job out there. Hey, part of your job as spectating is you got to cheer for the racers.
The more noise you make, the faster they go.
You can't come in here and just sit, even though we made it as comfortable as possible. Once again, advancing from that heat is Bibic, Strong, and Kowalczyk. So in this race, we've got Nick Lawton for Team Yellow. The other half of Team Purple is Mathias Guillemette.
One more, Bruce. One more.
Mathias Guillemette, Then Brad Strong from the Indy team, part of Team Green.
All right, riders, next lap, next lap.
Brad
Pro
Green
Keirin heat
from
number
Team
2.
Green.
If you're watching online,
In the red, it's
who
Luke
you think's going to win?
Cavender.
It's about to go down.
And in the black, Martin Vecchio. All right, so Lawton's got the primo position right now, sitting right on the back of that motor, taking advantage of that draft, getting his gear wound up. Right behind him, Mathias Guillemette out of Toronto, Brad Green out of Indy,
Up
Luke
to 22
Cavender
and a half.
and Martin Vecchio. LC
4 miles an hour, 24 miles an hour. 7 to go, 4 till the motor pulls off. $25, bumping it up to 6 on this lap. And we're at 26 miles an hour, 6 to go, racers. Bumping it up to 28. We come through the home stretch. 5 to go, 2 till the motor comes off. We're at 28 miles an hour. 29. Let's make some noise for these guys. Put your hands together. Motor's coming off on the next lap. We're bumping up to 31.5 miles an hour. We're at 30. And the race is on.
All right. Nick Lawton left to it, but coming around the back on the outside, Martin Vecchio making a strong move. Can he get up and over? Mathias Guillemette jumps on the wheel of Martin Vecchio. They are at it. Vecchio still leading out strong with Guillemette on his wheel. Nick Lawton, Brad Green, and Luke Cavender, and there goes Guillemette out of Toronto. They're getting ready to go on a world tour into Europe, and Guillemette riding away with it at the front. And the winner is Guillemette, qualifying for the final. Guillemette, Lawton, and Green. Let's hear for our racers, everybody. Come on. So the final will include Guillemette, Lawton, and Green, Dylan Bibic, Hayden Strong, and Zach Kowalczyk. That'll happen in a couple more races. We're going to get our semi-pros up here for their keirin. There'll be 2.
Pro final keirin, the women's keirin. Once again, I want to thank our official name sponsor, Lexus, as well as Diversified Members Credit Union and the DMC, the Detroit Medical Center. We got McNair photo on the camera, along with Vantage photo, sitting there doing something, mostly being late. And up top, putting all of our production together, that's Burn Dizzle. Follow him on Instagram. Alex Burnside, doing all of our video production. If you like those clips, if you're out there watching on Facebook, say hi. As our pro keirin about to go down. One more, Bruce, one more. All right, riders. Oh, shit.
All right, so this is Zach Kowalczyk, Dylan Bibic, Nick Lawton, Mathias Guillemette, Hayden Strong, and Brad Green. Whoa.
9 to go. We're up
They
to
don't
20
like to go
miles an
that
hour.
slow.
Who's going to win in this Pro Keirin final? Up to 24 miles an hour. 25. Gonna hit 26 on this lap. Three of the motors off, We're at 28 miles an hour. .29 miles an hour coming through turn one. Pro Keirin final. Right now, we're going to really pick up the tempo because it's the last lap to get the draft from the motor. 24, bumping it up to 31.5. Here we go, make some noise for these riders.
So
We're
Kowalczyk
at
gonna be left
31,
to it when that
31
motor.
and a half right now. Race is on.
Kowalczyk keeping the pace going up front. Nobody's making any kind of a dramatic move yet, but Dylan Bibic is looking around. Is he trying to get up and over Kowalczyk? Nick Lawton going with him, wants to stay on the wheel of that young junior. Whoa, and Bibic makes it to the front, and here comes Mathias Guillemette. Mathias Guillemette trying to get up and over Nick Lawton, and is he going to overtake his partner? And it is Bibic and Guillemette duking it out for the first position. Here comes Zach Kowalczyk, followed by Hayden Strong, but it is Guillemette at the front, and it's Guillemette, Bibic, Kowalczyk, Lawton, Strong, and Green. Let's hear it for our pro racers. They're going to be back in a few races with the Madison, and they are doing some awesome racing out there. Good job, guys. Fun to watch as always. All right, next up we've got our semi-pro women keirin. The Madison is coming up. The Madison is the heart and soul of the American Cycling League. Two-person team racing was invented in Madison Square Gardens in the late early 1900s. It had its heyday, but we're bringing it back here at the American Cycling League at the Lexus Velodrome.
This country, you gotta make the money first. Then when you get the money, you get the power.
All right, you guys, this is our premier event here at the Lexus Velodrome. This is the Madison. The way this race works, all the riders lined up on the home stretch. Those riders are going to dive down to the black line. They're going to be in the on position. They're going to be in the race. Their teammates over here on the backstretch over on the announcer side, they're going to be on recovery. You're going to see these riders rolling around above the blue line. When the rider in the on position at the black line catches up with their partner at the blue line rider will dive down the track. They'll grab hands and they will Madison exchange or sling their partner into the race. We're going to see this happen from every team about every other lap. For 100 laps in our 100-lap Pro Madison. Throughout this race, you're going to hear some bells. First bell means that the race is out of control. We have the race start under control. Let everyone get situated. After that, the bells are going to mean sprint laps. You're going to hear bells at 81, bell at 61, a bell at 41, 21, and a bell at 1 with double points on the final sprint. Points are going to go 10, 7, 5, 3, 2, 1. And they're rolling. Excuse me, points are going to be 7, 5, 3, 2, 1. And Bober at the front of the pack. Bober won the Madison last week. Now he threw him in with the pros. Kowalczyk coming in for his first exchange with Martin Vecchio. And here's our first exchange of the night. Team Black at the back of the pack. As Dylan Bibic setting that tempo pace, getting in that aero position. 16 years old, out of Toronto, Canada. Team Purple's diving on the track. As Bober and Cavender at the back going to make an exchange kind of high. 98 to go at the line, riders. 98 to go at the line. John Parks coming in for Nick Lawton. Vecchio looking for Kowalczyk. Guillemette's going to have to get up and over. These guys are starting out at a nice tempo. We're going to see it start to pick up soon. I can already feel it. Brad Green about to come in for Hayden Strong. The John Parks out of Detroit in the back, along with Martin Vecchio out of Detroit, sitting in that second place as Brad Green from Team Green. Coming in, Team Purple and Team Red are backwards. High exchange for the red team. High exchange for the red team. Cavender has to push Bober into the race. The John Parks, they got to close down that gap now. Now's the time to get up there. Looking for an escape route. Dylan Bibic goes up and over. Martin Vecchio and Zach Kowalczyk's exchange. At the back, Nick Lawton coming into the race. All right, the race is out of control. The race is out of control. 94 to go at the line. Hayden Strong pulls up, so does Zach Kowalczyk. Team Purple and Team Red about to make a double exchange. Lawton's going to have to get up and over. Guillemette and Cavender into the race. This Team Purple going to try to take a lap early. The John Parks coming in for Nick Lawton. Matthias Guillemette on the front, chasing down Martin Vecchio along with Hayden Strong. Guillemette pulls off, Cavender on the front. Cavender pulls through now. The John Parks checks his shoulder. Sees he's off the front, he pulls through. Matthias Guillemette now on the front of the pack with Martin Vecchio tight on that wheel. Brad Green closing it down, so does Cavender. Bober's going to have to come in fast, coming in hot. High exchange, watch out, Purple. Purple and Red with the double exchange. Tim Bober coming in with Luke Cavender. Luke Cavender throws in Bober. Dylan Bibic goes up and over. Bober's going to have to make a big move here as the John Parks throws in Nick Lawton. Tim Bober working hard to get on that wheel of Dylan Bibic. Bibic, a monster on the track. Won pretty much every race other than Keirin, where his came in a tight second, where his teammate won as Nick Lawton pulls up. Now Hayden Strong setting that tempo pace. Bober sitting tight on that wheel. Zach Kowalczyk's trying to close down that gap. Luke Cavender about to come in for Bober. Team Purple, Matthias Guillemette pulls up. Black's going to have a high exchange. Martin Vecchio looking for it. Vecchio comes down to the black line as Luke Cavender splits the gap at the back of the pack as the John Parks. Nick Lawton looking for the John Parks. Our group is still together. 87. We got a first sprint coming up. First sprint coming up at 81. 86 when they cross the line as Brad Green drives down the track looking for Hayden Strong. Up and over goes Matthias Guillemette. Martin Vecchio doesn't want to be stuck in the back. Vecchio wants to make a move early. Now Martin Vecchio out of Detroit makes a flyer over the top. The John Parks going with him. Here comes Kowalczyk. Zach Kowalczyk coming in. They got a sprint at 85. The John Parks tight on that wheel. Now Tim Bober's going to have to really ramp up that pace because Zach Kowalczyk's on it. Nick Lawton coming in for the John Parks. Dylan Bibic coming in for Matthias Guillemette. Here comes Nick Lawton. Brad Green goes up and over. Now Dylan Bibic's got to go high. Bibic with those legs of steel. What can he do? Tim Bober's racing hard to catch up. But off the front goes Zach Kowalczyk, chasing him down. Mathias Guillemette. Team Black about to make an exchange along with Team Red at the back of the pack. Martin Vecchio coming in. Vecchio trying to go, but here goes Dylan Bibic. Dylan Bibic overtaking his partner. Team Purple, Team Yellow with the high exchange. Yellow with the high exchange. Off the front is Team Black, and here we go, one to go. Mathias Guillemette, can he overtake Martin Vecchio? There's going to be sprints on this point. Points on this sprint. Guillemette looks back, he sees the big lead, and the points are going to go. Purple, black, yellow, green, red. Mathias Guillemette still off the front. Are they going to keep the tempo on? Zach Kowalczyk and Jean Park trying to close down that gap. Still Brad Green not giving up. Either's Tim Bober. Bober getting thrown into the heat here. He's not giving up, though. He's chasing him down as fast as he can. 77 to go at the line. There's 78 to go at the line. And Dylan Bibic on the front. Kowalczyk tight on his wheel. We got Team Black and Team Purple off the front. Nick Lawton closing on that gap. But here comes Team Red, too. Let's give it up for all these guys. They're out here working hard. There's a lot of chaos going as Martin Vecchio decides to keep the tempo high. Lawton and Team Yellow. Hayden Strong and Team Green. Team Red's Luke Cavender almost up there. Guillemette about to come in for Bibic. Still a lot of racing to go in this ride. 75 at the line. 75 at the line. Bober coming in for Cavender. Tim Bober closed down that gap. Tim Bober in the pro race for the first rhyme. Tim Bober diving down to the black line, trying to get up and over as Zach Kowalczyk comes in. And look at that! All of our teams are back together. Give it up for Team Red. Eyes up, riders, eyes up. Nick Lawton coming in. We got green and purple making an exchange. Yellow's going to have to feel his way out of this one. Nick Lawton able to get up and over. Hayden Strong closing it down. Tim Bober feeling it. Bober looking for Kowalczyk, or looking for Cavender. Cavender coming in. Team Black's back in it. Team Red's there as well. Martin Vecchio getting tossed in. Oh! Team Black misses their exchange. Able to make a last-minute pull. Vecchio gets thrown in, but it looks like they're sitting up. Lucky for Team Black. They sat up right there. Now to John Parks. To John Parks coming in for Nick Lawton. Team Yellow to John Parks. 15 years old out of Detroit, Michigan to John Parks at the back of the pack. But here comes a 17-year-old out of Canada, Mathias. As Brad Green gets thrown in. Bober looking for Cavender. The John Parks goes up and over. Kowalczyk coming in. Bober working hard, chasing him down. He's on Kowalczyk's wheel. Mathias Guillemette onto Parks' wheel. Brad Green at the back of the pack. Nick Lawton coming in for the exchange with Parks. Dylan Bibic in the purple jersey for a high exchange. Green's got to go all the way up and over. Hayden Strong looking for Brad Green. Brad Green coming in hot. Hayden Strong getting that throw in. Zach Kowalczyk chasing him down. Here comes a double exchange at the back and at the middle of the pack. Cavender coming in. Lawton in second. Bibic in third. Strong in fourth. Vecchio at the back. 65 to go. We got a sprint at 61.
And coming up to that sprint, Team Purple has got 10, Team Black has got 7, Team Yellow has got 5, Team Green has got 3, and Team Red has got 2. So Purple in the lead with 10.
As Guillemette coming in, Dylan Bibic talking to his partner. They know they got a sprint coming up. 63, bell lap at 61. And don't say much. But here goes Zach Kowalczyk. Kowalczyk making a move over the top. Team Purple's going to have to go. Team Yellow trying to stay on. Purple's going to have to move up and over the yellow team. Purple splitting that gap. Now Nick Lawton's coming in. Brad Green's trying to go. Tim Bober's trying to race away, and here comes the sprint. Dylan Bibic's on it. Dylan Bibic coming in hot. Martin Vecchio trying to hold him off. Dylan Bibic out of Toronto. Flying through turn 3. Look at that kid's legs go. And it's going to go Team Purple, Team Black, oh, Team Green and Team Yellow. That means green and yellow are going to be tied for third, but Dylan Bibic staying on it, blowing apart the group. They got a half a lap lead. Are they going to stay away? Vecchio throwing in Kowalczyk. Kowalczyk chasing down Mathias. Guillemette still off the front. Kowalczyk's trying to chase him down, but Team Green and Team Yellow. And we got three chasing. Team Purple's about to overtake the red. Hop on their wheel, Bober. Hop on their wheel. As Dylan Bibic's in the race. Is Team Purple going to take a lap? They got about a half a lap lead. Dylan Bibic now off the front. Dylan Bibic and Team Purple setting that tempo pace. Don't go too slow on recovery riders. They're chasing him down. They got a half lap lead. Team Purple in the front. Dylan Bibic checks his shoulder. They want those points. You get first place sprint points if you lap the field. They've already got 2 first place sprint points. Can they do it again? Flying into the race. Guillemette coming in. Let's see if this kid can get it. And give it up for Team Purple. They're about to lap the field. Team Green, Team Black, and Team Yellow working together. They're trying to stay away. Team Purple looks like they might be feeling it. Mathias Guillemette looking for Dylan Bibic. The John Parks goes up with Kowalczyk. Brad Green now on the front. Does Dylan Bibic got it in him?
All right, John, after that last sprint, Team Purple has got 20. Team Black has got 14. Team Yellow has got 10. They were third in that sprint. Team Green has got 6, and Team Red has got 4. Now, Purple will pick up some points for lapping the field, so we'll correct that. But that was a sprint finish.
Purple's about to lap the field. They've almost made it. And let's put them together for Team Purple. Lapping the field. Getting those, whoa, heads up riders. As Team Black goes off the front. No, Mathias Guillemette back to the front of the pack. Hayden Strong wants to chase him down. Nick Lawton working hard to stay away. Mathias Guillemette chasing down Team Black. They're already a lap up. They've already got the points for the first place lap. Now to John Parks coming in. The John Parks getting tossed in with Brad Green. Brad Green on the wheel. Guillemette pulls up with Kowalczyk. Kowalczyk looking back. Brad Green looks back. The John Parks is there. Here comes Bibic. Bibic's in the race. 45 to go. 45 to go. Right now, Team Purple in the lead. Team Black in second. Team Yellow in third. Team Green closely in fourth. Bibic goes up and over Vecchio. Nick Lawton starting to feel it. Small gap, open it up. Hayden Strong needs to close down that gap. 44 at the line, 44 at the line. We got a sprint coming up at 41. Sprint coming up at 41. And let's make some noise for Team Red. They're out there working hard all the way to the finish. As Martin Vecchio picks up the tempo. Team Yellow and Green. Green high exchange. Oh! Team Yellow missed their exchange. Nick Lawton's got to go by himself. Off the front is Team Black as Luke Cavender jumps in the pack. Team Red down a lap, but they're back in the race. Brad Green trying to chase him down. Bibic coming in. Can Kowalczyk stay away? Don't go too slow on recovery riders. Kowalczyk going for it. Bibic trying to overtake him. Dylan Bibic's got to go up and over Vecchio. Vecchio coming in, and look at Team Purple. Dylan Bibic as Tim Bowler racing hard. Can they close that gap? Can they close that gap? Martin Vecchio chasing down Dylan Bibic. 39 to go. 39 to go. Vecchio's got to go way high. Vecchio to the top of the track, diving back down. DeJohn Parks now in with the lead group. Eyes up, riders. Eyes up. Team Red working as hard as they can out there. Look at that face on Bober's face. Throw him in with the big boys. DeJohn Parks, 15 out of Detroit, pulls up the track. 36 to go at the line. 36 to go at the line. We got 2 more sprints. Mathias Guillemette pulls up. Zach Kowalczyk on the front of the pack. Dylan Bibic in the race. Kowalczyk on his wheel, Strong coming in. Bober looking for Cavender. Tim Bober getting up there. He's got to go up and over Kowalczyk. Looks like the pace has slowed down just slightly. Dylan Bibic checks his shoulder, sees the rest of the riders. He pulls up. Bober able to jump on. Vecchio on the front. Strong in second. Parks in third. Parks looking for Nick Lawton. Lawton comes down. Bober goes up and over. Team Green and Team Purple about to make an exchange. Team Green and Team Purple. Eyes up, don't come down too early there. Brad Green's in it. Zach Kowalczyk and Martin Vecchio with a real high exchange as Tim Bober throws in Luke Cavender in the middle of the pack. Brad Green setting the tempo, Nick Lawton tight on his wheel.
All right, John, Purple extended its lead. They now have 40 points. Team Black has got 21. Team Yellow has got 12. Team Green has got 9, and Red is -1.
If you're on Facebook watching this, post where you're watching from. Right in that comment section, let us know where you're watching it from. Bibic comes in. High exchange for the green team. High exchange for the green team. Vecchio's got to chase down Dylan Bibic. Dylan Bibic looking like he's not even trying him. Showing him how it's done. 28 to go. We got a sprint lap at 21. Cavender closing on that gap, trying to get up there. Team Red's back in it. All of our groups are in it. Martin Vecchio looking for his partner. Oh, Martin Vecchio pulls up. Now Cavender's back in. Nick Lawton coming to the race. We got a lot of riders here. A lot of exchanges about to happen. It's backed up. High exchanges, racers. High exchanges. Triple exchange. Team Purple, Team Black, and Team Red. Bober's out of the saddle, chasing down Team Green. Brad Green on the front of the pack. Brad Green keeps the acceleration on. .25 to go, riders. 25 laps to go. Brad Green on the front, setting that tempo pace. Zach Kowalczyk tight on his wheel. John Parks coming in for Nick Lawton. Dylan Bibic coming in for Mathias Guillemette. Luke Cavender coming in for Tim Bober. Vecchio coming in for Kowalczyk. High exchange for the black team. Cavender's got to go up and over to John Parks, up and over Hayden Strong. Bibic pushing his way in. Oh, watch out. Here goes Vecchio. Vecchio using his shoulders, putting it right over the top. 22 to go. He knows there's a sprint lap coming. Can he stay away? Can he stay away? He's looking for Kowalczyk. Zach Kowalczyk knows it's time to go. Purple and black both making it. Whoa, watch out. Make sure you leave room. Hayden Strong goes up and over. Look at that move. Can Kowalczyk stay away? There goes Mathias Guillemette. Guillemette racing away. Brad Green goes down. Guillemette's got to go by. And it's going to go. Kowalczyk, Guillemette, Brad Green, Nick Lawton, Tim Bober. All right. One last sprint left in this race. One last sprint left in this race. Mathias Guillemette able to take a big boost. Team Purple and Team Black making a double exchange here. Vecchio getting thrown in from Kowalczyk. I don't know. These last place points could determine it. I think Team Purple's running away with it, though, as Dylan Bibic stays on it. Can they lap the field again? Let's go. Let's make some noise for Purple. Can they lap the field again? The two juniors out of Canada. Dylan Bibic on the front. They're getting ready to go race in Switzerland in a month. Can they lap the field again? Let's go. Make some noise for them when they come around. Mathias Guillemette coming in. Let's go, 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 go. And Team Purple staying on it. They're half a lap up. They got 15 to go. Can they lap the field again? Team Yellow, Team Green, and Team Black fight for second place, because here goes Mathias Guillemette. Guillemette off the front. Just came back from Junior World Championships representing Canada. Now he's here in downtown Detroit at the Lexus Velodrome. They're going for another lap. They already lapped the field once. Can they do it again? Dylan Bibic. Look at this kid go. Dylan Bibic racing through the turns. As the double exchange happens, and let's put them together. Put your hands together for Team Purple. Lapping the field again. Getting ready for this 4-day Madison race they got in Switzerland. As Mathias Guillemette comes back in the race. Hayden Strong looking for Brad Green. 10 to go, riders. 10 to go. We got a mile left in this race. Remember, we're back again tomorrow night with a whole nother night of racing. Hayden Strong on the front. Zach Kowalczyk coming in for Vecchio. DeJohn Parks looking for Nick Lawton. Nick Lawton coming in. Mathias Guillemette on the front. Slowing that tempo down just a little bit. They got 9 laps to go. 9 laps to go. Who's going to take the final win? Double points on the last sprint. Zach Kowalczyk gets in that aero position. Is Kowalczyk going to make a move? Kowalczyk, the veteran, knows what's going on. Mathias Guillemette telling Dylan Bibic to stay up high. He's going to take a double pole. Kowalczyk coming in. Bober letting him have that wheel. They go up and over Brad Green. Mathias Guillemette waiting for Dylan Bibic.
Okay. Here are the points going into this final lap. Purple has got 57, black has got 31, green has got 14, yellow has got 5, and red has got 1. Double points coming up.
Double points on the last sprint. And here goes Mathias Guillemette. He's making another move. Can they lap the field again with 6 to go? Dylan Bibic's coming in. If anyone can do it, it's Dylan Bibic. Dylan Bibic, 16 years old, out of Toronto, Ontario. Look at this kid go. Future world champion on the track. Look at him rip on those boards. 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go. Vecchio looking at Hayden Strong. Hayden Strong looking at Vecchio. Here comes Zach Kowalczyk. DeJohn Parks making a move up over Kowalczyk. Bober's trying to stay away. 3 to go for the leaders. Team Purple is off the front. Dylan Bibic throwing to Mathias Dandois. Mathias Guillemette off the front. 2 to go. And here goes Kowalczyk. Got to go high over the green team. Zach Kowalczyk making a big move, but there's Nick Lawns with him. Nick Lawns wants to go. 1 to go, 1 to go, 1 to go. Vecchio coming in. Is Parks coming in too? DeJohn Parks coming in. Can Brad Green overtake him? DeJohn Parks to the race. He's looking back, and it's going to go. Team Purple, Team Black, Team Yellow, Team Green, and Team Red. Give it up for those racers. Chris, you want to take over? And everybody, put your hands together. Make some noise for the juniors out of Canada. Dylan Bibic and Mathias Guillemette.
John, we've got 2 more races. Got the semi-pro 60-lap Madison and then the unknown distance for the rest of the riders. And we're back here tomorrow at 7:30. So this is a 60-lap Madison for the semi-pros. Only 2 more races of the night. The 60-lap Madison and a relatively short unknown distance. And there's Team Purple from Canada. Winners of the 100-lap Legacy 2-day First Madison. Mathias and Dylan, tremendous. Excuse me.
All right, next up is our semi-pro Madison. Our teams tonight include Team Red, Jackson and Jimmy Capella, the Capella brothers, a force to be reckoned with. Team Black, Dave Hicken and Elizabeth Stevenson. Team Green, Rick Denman and Craig Vittori.